Hello.
There we go, we're on.
Yes, I can hear you. Woo!
Just underway now. So we'll take you through the lineup shortly. Already a turnover for South Australia. And then we'll do some introductions of ourselves so you know who you're talking to or who you're listening to in this commentary team. The Queensland convert.
Excellent start. Okay, so for the Queensland side, in goal shooter, we've got Zach Dunphy. In our goal attack position, we've got Luke Cameron. Wing attack, we've got Andrew Williams. Centre, Tim O'Rourke. Wing defence, Corey Robquin. I think that's the way we say his last name, sorry. Caleb Meredith in goal defence. And James, what's James' surname again? Schmar in goalkeeper.
Lovely, and we'll take you through this. So you are watching the AMMNA 2022 Championships, and this is the men's reserve grade at the moment. And my name would be Lachlan Spory, or Lockie Spory. You can call me Lockie if you'd like to. And joining next to me is Maxine Holzberger. Is that correct?
Correct.
Beautiful.
Just Max is fine.
Just Max. Okay, we'll go with Max. And in this South Australian lineup, lovely touch there. The Queensland goal defender Meredith.
Yes.
Starting from goal shooter, we have Alec Davis. And feeding it into him just then was Mark Gorham. Mark Gorham being our vice-captain. Wing attack is Tyson Gerry, who is our co-captain with Reece Turter, who is in centre. Wing defence, Tom Morton. Just a little bit too late on that one was Tom Morton. A little bit too late. Good contest. No malice in it at all. And goal defence is Louis George Dewar. Goalkeeper is Matt Spur. And that will be the South Australian team for today. And I think we've got quite a good game on our hands, to be honest, man.
Oh, definitely. The Queensland Suns, Resi Men's, they've got so much potential.
Yep.
And they're on a mission now. They've sorted themselves out. They're out for the big win. And here we go. We've got backline throw in. Luke Cameron takes that and just has a miss.
Lovely follow. Just avoided the post. But that will take
Queensland to 3.
Queensland to 3 and South Australia to 1. And I know the table is quite close at the moment. So we're going to have a quick look. And we'll get back to you in a tick here as Louis George Dewar takes it on the tram. Mark Gorham, lovely feed inside.
Great attempt there by James Smart.
Just out of reach.
And Caleb Meredith. You can see their defensive play from Queensland really starting to connect in this game. This is awesome.
And have this defence, so even starting from wing defence through to goalkeeper, have they been playing with each other for a while?
Well, they've been training a while.
Yeah.
Thanks to COVID.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. We had a few little injuries just before we came, so some of our training partners came in.
Okay.
But the boys do know each other, and we've got a few debutantes this year.
Okay.
So that are new to attending our nationals. Oh, great hands over there by Zach.
Pop front by Alec Davis ignored. Now he's covered. Mark Gorham will look to refeed out. Contact's called on the outside.
Yep.
And that was contact on Tim O'Rourke. Now contact inside.
Chooses to pass, and there's a simple goal. So, we've got South Australia centre. Double teamed on the wing attacks, so they've pushed the South Australian team back into the middle of the third, so a few extra passes to get it down. Oh, great elevation there from James Schmar. That was awesome.
Did extremely well to keep that in, Mark Gorham. I was watching his feet, and I reckon it was...
I think all he could see was James's face going, ah!
Right in front of him.
That was awesome.
And the South Australians are taking the lead now, so it's 4-3.
Yes.
And the table as it's sitting at the moment, we are currently in, this is round 8, I believe. And South Australia sitting third on 10 points. Queensland are sitting fourth, and they're on 4 points. So Queensland have had the 2 wins, 5 losses, and the complete opposite for the Dragons. 5 wins, 2 losses. Nice finishes. We're evening it up again.
Yep.
4 all.
Yeah, it's only early.
Very early.
That's right. When each pass is contested right to the nth degree.
Which is exactly what we want to see, and hopefully this is carrying over
into... That's why we come to men's.
Absolutely. And with the preparation coming into this tournament for your men's, lovely touch. Wow, it's bouncing around. It's pinball. Is it still in? It's still in.
Queensland ends up with it. Awesome.
Oh.
Oops. We've got Tim on the floor.
That looked like an elbow. He might be young. Might be a concussion. If we could just call time. He looked like he was hitting the head there.
Okay, he's wincing
We'll keep an eye on him.
Yes.
But he may have got a head knock. I'm not too sure. Okay, looks like he's okay.
He's sore.
Okay.
And no, ball on
Ball
the
on
court.
the court. Oh, don't kick it.
Yes. It'll become an egg.
But Tim O'Rourke is looking okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just keeping a mindful eye on him. Sorry if I sound a bit stumped. I was just a bit concerned there.
That's right. He does look. He did look like he was in a bit of pain.
He did.
And Queensland have got a centre in the box waiting to take the court.
Bit unlucky. I didn't think personally that he had control of that at all. But
No.
Tim O'Rourke has come off.
Yep.
And I think
now
the
we've got
physios
Jonathan Jagger taking the court at centre. Yeah, well, like the rule book states that you can bounce the ball.
If it's not, if you're not in control of it.
Yeah, if you don't have possession.
Unlucky.
Yes, again. Okay, so Caleb Meredith has such a good stretch. So to set that up, he was like trying to anticipate which way he was going to go. And whatever they do, the poor old defenders are always in there.
Always. It's hard.
Yeah.
I was talking to one of my friends who was in the 23s team as well, Liam Robinson, if he's tuning in at the moment, and he said being a defender at Nationals is just so hard. It's just so quick, and the timing has to just be spot on.
Yes.
And he's exactly right. And if you have been watching, whether this is your first AMMNA National Championship that you're watching, lovely finish from Alec Davis, taking South Australia up 6-4. If this is your first national championship, it is just so highly contested, and these guys have been itching to play for so long. It's ridiculous.
Yes.
But those 50-50, but lovely touch, good hands over.
That's right. Well done, Corey.
It's just highly contested, and being a defender is can be hard.
That's right. And I often say to defenders as well, you know, when they get down on themselves, they put so much pressure on themselves.
Yeah.
Don't forget, it's gone through 6 other sets of hands.
Yeah, exactly.
Before it got into the circle against you.
exactly right.
That's right.
And it's so easy to be hard on yourself. And I've chatted to some of the parents of the South Australian, a little bit over the shoulder from Matt Spur, from the South Australian under-17s team. Some of the parents and just said, you know, get behind the goalkeepers and let them know that you're not to get in their own head, because they're so young and fresh to the game that it's so easy to get inside your own head when you're a goalkeeper, because you're not really acknowledged for all the hard work that you do. But if you sit there and just pinpoint a goalkeeper and watch them, you realise
the amount they do.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Queensland have scored 2 goals while we've been chatting, and it's now 6-all with the South Australian set a pass.
Pocket drive ignored.
Oh, great contest there by Luke Cameron. Rob Gwynn is trying to close off that option for the wing attack. Oh, beautiful feed by South Australian centre.
Lovely swing.
Yes.
And Reece Turter to Mark Gorham. I've commentated and watched these guys play for years and years. These guys have been playing for years and years. Good friends on and off the court. They, very classy with each other. Very silky with one another. So they'll look for Reece's feeds into Mark, and that'll be one of my little things to watch for the day if you're new to this netball competition.
So they've been the South Australian Resi team for a nucleus of the team the whole time?
Majority of them. Some have have been lucky enough to go, or fortunate enough to go up into the Opens division.
Yeah, that's great.
But the nucleus of this team have stayed roughly the same. There's about 4 or 5 core players who've been the same for the last 4 or 5 years. So, a lot of experience with one another. And Monday nights, our men's competition, they play a lot with each other too. So, really good hands over just quietly by the Queensland defenders to start this off. A lot of coming from the mid-court and just stopping it going into the circle. Lots of hands over and touches and not making it easy at all. And that being said, Mark Gorham's having
elevation.
Yeah, Mark Gorham having to pop out. No other options for Reece.
Oh, good cover there by Caleb Meredith there. And
good contact. Oh, unlucky.
Yes.
I thought that looked 50-50 to me.
Yep. So thankless in that defence.
Yeah.
But it was great effort, really good effort there, putting that pressure on. So now next time the feeder goes to feed that, they're going to think twice about it, because they know the boys can compete with them.
Exactly right, and those high balls are going to have to be, and it's just for the centre and wing attack and goal attack even that are feeding into the circle. They're going to have to rethink it, and that can really get inside your head. But a really contested start as South Australia are up 8-7. But was that ball on? Oh, it's ball on the court. Sorry, I thought it was contact inside on Matt Spur, but it is not. Fighting for position are the goalkeeper and goal shooter.
Yep, nice little tuck pass there by Cameron out to Williams.
And a lovely contest. Ooh. That'll be drawn back, and that will be Queensland ball.
They swing the ball, Queensland does, and Zach's got a really strong hold there.
Lovely
in front
hold.
of his defender.
Is he I just watch him like, is he a basketballer? Did he used to be a basketballer?
He may be. You can just tell by the way he turns and jumps.
The turn and the layup in.
Exactly.
And there it is, that highly contested ball that's going to be...
And James is just so close to it. So close. Oh, good. Good try. Good try.
Unlucky.
That's right. So it's a South Australian throw in. And
just out of range, maybe Alec thinking that he's just out of range there. No, I'm presenting front over that switch.
Oh,
there's that contest again.
Defense.
It's awesome defensive work. The footwork inside's been incredible.
The whole 4 of them.
Wow.
Great defense there.
And it's 9-8. Southern Dragons or South Australia, take your pick. They're taking the lead by 1. We've got 4 minutes and some change left in this opening quarter.
Oh.
And it's exactly what I hoped and exactly what I thought this game would have turned out to be and started out to be.
Oh, great feed
just
there.
not getting his 3 feet.
By Williams over to Dunphy. Cameron was in front, ready if he was needed, but straight over the top. Well done, nice goal. Now we're 9-all again.
Tyson Gary, nice second phase.
Okay.
Lovely second phase to hit the sideline. Good feed over. He's not...
You can see the Queensland goal defence, Caleb Meredith, was trying to keep the goal attack away, so it was just a one-on-one contest in the circle. Try and just shut them out and give them no options. So now they're double teaming, so they're switching it up. And here he goes.
Wow, there he goes. There's your man, Caleb Meredith.
Oh, yeah, that's his specialty. He can read that ball so well. And if all his players around him are doing their job, that's it. You know, that's hands over. And I often say to my players when I'm coaching them, when your hands over the person passing the ball, it's the guy behind you that's getting the intercept.
Yeah, exactly.
But your pressure gave it to him.
Is forcing them for that high ball.
Right.
Exactly
so
right.
Everything we do is teamwork.
Yeah, absolutely right.
So South Australia up by 1. 10-9, and it's a Queensland centre pass.
And I do remember the second to last, well, the last Nationals I played with this men's reserves side, that the matchup between Queensland and South Australia was so highly contested. And geez, I'm glad it's turning out the same way as well. So it's 10-all, both just hitting double figures.
Yeah, I've coached the Resi men's for a couple of years, and every single game comes down to a couple goals.
It does.
I swear I go home with extra grey hair. Goal shooter scores from South Australia, and it's 11-10 South Australia Waves.
Contact on wing attack for...
Oh, no, I think it was goal attack.
Oh, was it goal attack?
Goal attack contact.
It was goal attack contact, okay.
So...
Pocket drive by Tyson Gary ignored. Reese Todd hitting the circle very well.
Goes again. Caleb's up and up. Okay.
So Caleb Meredith was called for, I think, contact. Yeah, okay. I didn't personally see it. Looked a bit 50-50. Very physical inside the circle as well, with just to...
And remembering we're not right in front of it.
Exactly, yeah, we're not right in front of it, and we're not saying that these are the right calls. We're just saying from where we're sitting.
That's exactly right.
As Alec Davis converts again for SA, taking it 13-10, and that'll be a Queensland pass. Really looking to convert here, and to hold it tight before the end of this first quarter with 1:15 to go. A bit late on that was Louis George Doof.
A nice, fast centre pass.
Wow.
And you can see Queensland trying to get that fast feed off and get it down the court before South Australia has a chance to cover them.
And exactly that. They were just chasing tails the whole way down the court, South Australia. Just under a minute to go.
Queensland are keeping that pressure on.
Hands over pressure.
Covered,
yeah.
Which is fantastic to see. Great
Lovely
hit there by Schmar.
touch.
Oh, that's awesome.
This defensive effort from Queensland has been unbelievable the first quarter. I don't mind the score. That's
job. It doesn't tell though.
No. That should and could have been contact on SA. Time, ball in the court. Third time this quarter. I reckon that's the most I've seen at this Nationals. Not that I'm keeping
Your
tally.
own. Yeah. Okay. And just that interference with that momentum, that gives the attacking side that advantage to set themselves up.
Exactly. Bit late again,
So,
Tom Morton.
yeah. So Andrew Williams and wing attack for Queensland, really fast off the line.
That will be contact
And
on Matt Spur.
Ball away quite nicely. Oh, yep.
And Zach
Going
Dunphy
past
looking
the
to
shot,
convert.
Yep.
5 seconds to go,
And-
just off.
Oh,
And that's contact.
such a shame.
And the South Australians will be happy to hold them off of that goal. It's the end of the first quarter, 14-11. What's your take from that? It's an intense first quarter.
I don't think anyone could call this game,
No.
like to say, oh, it's easy for somebody.
No.
Because both teams, and you can tell by where they are on the ladder, they need to win this game, not just like on the points ladder physically, but mentally.
Yeah, exactly
Give
right.
them that edge on
And
the opposition.
the ladder position's close. It does not matter that South Australia have won 5, lost 2, and Queensland have won 2, lost 5. That doesn't mean anything at all in the grand scheme of things as well. I think you can just sort of put that aside because this is such a hotly contested
Absolutely.
first quarter that it's, basically anyone's game. And as we said, 14-11, and we'll take you into a small 2-minute break before we come back.
Our daily sponsor, C&S Landscaping and Earth Moving, is ready to help you with all your home landscaping needs in Adelaide. They can remove excess soil, pull dig-outs, remove stumps, prep for new driveways and carry out any demolition work. They are locally based in Lonsdale. Give them a call anytime for a non-obligation quote.
Okay, so they've come back. They've all had their team huddles. South Australia's on court, ready to go. Queensland, I think, are fired up, and they will not give up.
Not at all.
No.
And nothing at all, again, from as we discussed, nothing really to be disheartened about if you're Queensland. There was so much to take away from the Queensland defenders.
Regardless of what the score is, they'll fight to the last second.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And again, like I said, I remember versing them, that'll be 4 years ago now, and I remember exactly that. I think we lost to them in a...
Sydney?
It was Sydney, and we lost to them in the
I would've
prelim
coached
final.
against you.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
So
what
we
a
lost...
shame.
Yeah.
What a shame you lost against
But that
us.
was... And then... yeah, I mean, that was such a strong team. They were such a good team, and a bunch of really lovely guys as well, as Alec Davis has taken the first one for
South Australia schools.
South Australia.
So we've got, a
Just
slight
ignored.
miscommunication there, but that's fine. That happens. That's what happens when you're under pressure.
To take it will be Matt
Yep.
Spurt,
Oh,
just
right,
out of court,
yes.
and we're in position to see that one.
That's right. Yeah, as a coach, I really do not like the players taking the ball down that sideline.
No.
After 1 or 2, I like them to get to that middle channel.
Yep.
So then that opens up more options to them.
And you can just get so one-dimensional once you get
Oh,
stuck on that channel, and it's just so
absolutely.
easy to get stuck there. And that's
Yep.
credit to good defence from
Yeah.
from Queensland as well to force them there.
So we've got another goal by Queensland, by James, Zach, sorry. So it's
Bit of-
now 15-12, and it's getting, everybody knows it's tight. It's anybody's game. South Australia scores, goal attack.
Goal attack is... Who's our goal attack? Mark Gorham.
I remember him from when we played.
Yes, Mark.
Yes.
So from that team, there would be Mark, there would be Tom Morton, Tyson Gary, and I think that would be it
Okay.
on the court. There's a few that are on the bench that are in that team. And we hopefully will be seeing that. Good contest inside.
A great hold by Zach.
Well done by Zach Dunphy, yeah.
He kept his position and Andrew just placed it up high enough.
Lovely
Well
core
done,
strength,
great.
lovely tee hold.
Yes, he does have amazing core strength, actually. He gets pushed around. He's a bit like a brick wall. I'd hate to be a defender.
Good luck getting past him.
Yeah. Yep, that was a nice fast feed from South Australia into their goal shooter. Alec Davis. Back to a Queensland centre pass, and South Australia 17, Queensland 13.
Another ball on the court. Luckily,
Yep.
it's not in the way of this game.
Yep, so Queensland's showing the ball on the court again.
And there it is. I jinxed it. I'm so sorry.
In that play, Queensland was showing real patience by just keeping possession.
Yeah.
You know, take no risk, keep possession, and wait for the right lead to come towards you. So that was awesome. So here we go again.
So Tim
Second go.
O'Rourke looking like
Keep
he's much better than how he was
Than he
looking about
was.
10 minutes ago,
Yeah.
which is really good to see.
Oh,
We really hope for longevity in these players, and we don't want any injuries in this
yeah.
what can be a treacherous week.
So just there, we had a big swing by Queensland. Goal attack ends up with the ball, and we have an infringement outside, and the umpire pulls it back. Like, play advantage.
But that had, yeah,
So it just makes that much more work.
that much more work that I've already worked the backside off
That's
to actually get it onto the circle.
Exactly. But Queensland scores.
And it's 14-17, still a 3-goal lead, the same as quarter time. Reece Turner hitting the circle so well, as you find him doing majority of this game.
Yep.
Pop to the back, Alec Davis ignored. Mark Gorham was looking in the pocket.
Oh, that was a real shame. That was a real shame. That was great defence in the circle.
That was James Schmar getting up there and I think
That's
getting called
right.
for that.
Yep. They both had him covered. I don't think there was for me, I felt like there was no interference. It was
Yeah,
just three
it's
blokes
just a
going up
it's
for
a contest. No
ball.
one
Yeah.
really had control of it.
Yes.
And coming on for
Yeah.
us in the goal attack position, well, for Queensland, is that Damo Gennaro.
Yes, he's already shot a goal. He's nice, tall, big hands. There you go. Just his presence pressured there.
Yeah.
Put the pressure on. Bad pass. Caleb Meredith tips it.
Oh, wow.
Picks it up.
What a lovely little pivot to find himself open, rolling into the ring.
Exactly. Yeah.
Gorgeous feed. And that is still 18-15, still a 3-goal deficit at the moment.
Yep. And South Australia have played the ball so quickly again. In a coaching way, they want to do that before Queensland get ready to shut them down.
Yeah, absolutely right.
And you need to be fit and you need to be smart to be able to keep doing that because you put yourself under pressure as well.
And it gets to, what are we, we're at Wednesday at the moment, so we're in day 4 at the moment. This is where the tired legs can come in a little bit. Final starting in not very long.
Fingers
Yep.
and cellulitis and pulled groins and
And the sore ankles and the...
Yeah. We've got quite a few injuries in our Queensland camp for this team.
Yeah, we were discussing that before.
Yeah,
and it's,
that dislocation, did you?
yeah.
That was huge.
I think my sister would be probably watching this. Actually, she walked past me before, but I think she was behind it. She's quite squeamish with those sorts of things.
Oh, okay.
So she didn't like that. Ooh, not a bad contest.
Oh, good save there. Like he missed the ball, jumped up, flicked it back in. You know,
And that's Gennaro.
Yep. Damien, nice shot, but great save by Zach, flicking that back in to one of his own players. Okay, so Queensland resets. There was no options coming forward because South Australia had boxed them back with a line defence. So Damien feeds the ball back so that it could bring it around again. However,
I thought that was quite a short 3 seconds.
Yes.
I'm going to stop commenting on the umpires. This is
Yeah.
because again they've been so good this whole tournament, and the organisation there's so many of them walking around every day. I think I'm seeing a new umpire each time. But Reece Turner hitting the circle.
Also, umpiring men's is so fast.
Yeah.
Their ability is just phenomenal.
And it's it can be a different game. It's the same in some ways, but different in so many as well to the women's game, traditional women's game that a lot of people are so used to. Reece Turner having to look back to Tom Morton, finding Mark Gorham. As I said, those two will be linking up quite a bit today, I could imagine. And again.
Oops. And just for interest's sake, do your open men's team from South Australia play against Thunderbirds?
Yeah, we do, yeah. So the last match we had against them, the open men's got up 61-50. That was here at Priceline.
Oh.
Quite a few, and there's, I think, one, maybe two ball in the court. Nearly.
Yeah.
Tim O'Rourke saw that as well. Not just me, but yeah, they had the chance to footwork there, Damo Gennaro. Had the chance to come up against them. I think they were in a short number of times, but the last game they got up by 11, which was good. Brian Lyons, the head coach for the open men's team, and the assistant coach, Judy Greenwood, have had a lot of involvement with the Adelaide Thunderbirds. Lovely feed in. Eyes down the court, finding Mark Gorham. Lead will be extended to 5.
Yes.
What about your open men's? Have they had any?
We play both Lightning and Firebirds.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Yeah, and the boys do extremely well. So, and likewise, you think they're the best women playing netball in the country.
Yeah.
So who's better than... I shouldn't... Oh, gosh, I'm going to get shot down by all the women
Yeah,
as well.
exactly.
But they need to find people that are going to challenge them. So it's the men that challenge them physically.
Yeah. And it's
their speed, their power, their strength.
And it's almost maybe look at the sport a completely different way whenever we come up against the women's, because we play it our way here, but it's just such a different game. As we said before, I could go on all day about it, but it's
I think there's a fraction more structure in the set plays and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I bring that into the men's game.
Mm-hmm.
But not all coaches do. And likewise, if a fellow, we've got South Australia just scored again. It's now 24-18. If we've got a fellow that has a basic X factor like that, like Williams just barely landed and it was gone again.
He's so zippy.
Yes, you just don't change it.
No.
What you do is you work with it.
Exactly. A bit late, Tom Morton.
Oops. Is he okay?
Zach Dunphy looks okay. I was hoping he didn't hit his head there. He's okay. A bit late from Tom Morton. I think he may have been cautioned. Can't quite see.
Just a bit banged up. No, he's not banged up.
Good.
He just scored.
He's okay. But yeah, you have to. Yeah.
He's good. Yep.
And like you were saying, you have to with players like who were we pointing out just there?
Zach Dunphy.
It was Andrew Williams
Andrew.
with the X factor. Those sorts of things. You have to keep that style and those sorts of the ability that they have.
That
keep it in
natural
there.
flair.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's how they play. Just let them do it.
Yep.
And
it's a bit like Gretel Tippett. Sorry, her married name is.
I forgot her married name, but
I'm looking at these names. Gretel has that X factor.
Yeah.
It's not textbook,
no.
but it works. So don't change it.
Oh, that was a 50-51 to go up for Reece Turner. He thought about it. He will be called for obstruction.
Okay. So Meredith takes that pass. Jags is right in the front, uncontested.
Looking for a refeed.
Yep.
Ooh. Getting a bit physical outside the circle.
I think the umpire just commented to the South Australian centre, but something happened.
Something happened.
We couldn't see behind the wall.
We're too busy chinwagging. We're having too much of a good time.
And okay, so
contact from Damo Gennaro.
Yep. It just tried to compete for the ball and got there a little bit too late.
A little bit too late. And on for the Dragons, I should have said this earlier, is Adrian Terhorst.
Yep. And
for the first time in this game.
Yep, we've now got Ryan Freestone in goalkeeper for
Held
the
ball.
Queensland Suns.
Held ball on the outside again.
Yep.
Fullwork inside the circle and just...
Oops. What have we got?
Time, and there's a few of the under... No, that is the open men's, I believe, who have been told to move back a little bit from the Queensland.
Yeah, hanging over the edges. Oh,
well done to save that. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
They'll call it back.
Oh,
no, it was out.
What a shame.
Ryan Freestone, is he seeing his first part of this game now?
Yes, he's just joined us for this moment. Amazing goalkeeper, really smart. And Caleb Meredith and Ryan Freestone together, they're both really tall, long arms.
And look quite athletic as well, the both of them.
Yeah, they both are. And they read the play very, very well.
Not making it easy to get inside the circle as well.
No.
And this game not breaking away, it's set, Ooh. Unlucky Tyson Gary. So I told him before the game that...
Oops.
Oh, good touch from Mark Gorham.
Yep, good stretch over that ball. Oh, what a shame, what a shame.
Oh, wow, contact on Tyson Gary, wow.
Okay, that was a great quick pull of the ball there and tip up the ball by Caleb Meredith.
They're just hungry, they're just mongrelling at everything and nothing's easy at all to get.
Good take
once they get inside the goal third.
Yep. Now they just, Queensland just need to play possession.
Lovely.
No risks.
Yeah.
No risks.
High ball picked off by Tom Morton there.
We've got Luke Cameron back in at goal attack. Damo has come off.
Damo's come off.
Yeah. Andrews ended up with the ball and...
No one controlled that. Oh, was that not contact on the post? It wasn't. No. We will play on. Mark Gorham finding himself quite high.
You can see the shooters are a bit disappointed that she missed that, but that's the way it goes. All right, so we've
ball
got
coming down.
Zach Dunphy coming off.
Oh no,
Damo
Gennaro. They've just called for the...
on.
So that can be the demise of this this new rolling subs. Is the game is so quick that you're trying to pick when you can actually get a sub on and off. So Damo Gennaro just got caught off as Zach Dunphy was coming off. Done well to work to the front there. Well done from Damo Gennaro.
Smart work there.
Yeah, very
just
smart.
Keep playing it short, and Luca Cameron was just making sure that he just kept the possession to get it to him neatly.
And
no risks. No risks. Okay.
And on now for South Australia, his first part of this game he will be taking will be Jared Benbolt Aegis, one of my favourite players to play with in all of South Australia. He's just so silky smooth with the ball.
He's just got a job.
Bit of it, yeah.
A bit of it.
And he's just patting him on the back, Adrian Horse, and he said, sorry about that, mate.
I love that camaraderie.
Just and there's been a lot of that this week as well. And
yes. An attempt there by Cameron.
I think that's one of the best bits about this week. Lovely follow. And that was by Luke Cameron.
Yep.
One of the best bits of this week is this ball on the court again. Number 5. What game is that? That's Vic Tasmania.
We
need a net. But that's one of the best parts of this week is that these guys have been itching for so long. And, again, we could go on about it for so long, how long these guys are waiting. Over 1,000 days, as we found out in the opening ceremony. But
I also feel, too, like when you come here to play the best, South Australia scores, and it's 27-21. You come here to play the best netball you can, but by playing these really close and tightly contested games, makes you a better player.
It does, yeah.
And I really get confused by these players that get angry about it
Yeah.
when somebody competes with them and,
Yeah.
and challenges them in every way. Damo scores again for Queensland because they're making you better.
Yeah, exactly right. And the competitive spirit is here 100% from the first set. Lovely take. Oh, so unlucky to keep.
Yes.
What's the call here? Is it out of court and it looking like it will... Oh, unlucky.
That was. I thought he was in the air and flicked it back in before
So did I.
it landed.
Oh,
And
Jared Benbolt just lost at
I
control.
was going to say, that's netball karma.
Yeah, netball karma.
Yeah.
Or as they say in basketball, ball don't lie, but
right.
netball karma.
Yeah, netball karma.
But yeah, the camaraderie here at this whole tournament, anyway from the 17s all the way up through every single grade, has just been so good. Like if someone comes in late at a contest and you accidentally follow a bit of momentum, hit them through, there's every single one of them that I've seen in this tournament so far has just been, sorry about that, mate, or and pulling them back up on their feet and having a laugh afterwards in the chat. And
great patience by Queensland, just passing it around within the mid-court until the attackers could get free.
Not in a rush.
And that shows you the defence that South Australia are putting on them.
Yeah, absolutely right.
It makes them got to think.
And it means that not just from all the attackers that have to be switched on, it's the goal defence and wing defence that are sitting behind the ball that you can't just, you don't have any time to switch off. You have to be switched on the whole time. So that if they're looking for a reset, you're there. Oh, unlucky from Adrian Horse. I thought he... Matt Spur just leaning back, not quite holding up strong enough there. Damo Gennaro, really good body positioning.
And what a great feed from Williams, just right over the top into that back space. Only Damo could get to.
Refeed.
Nice goal by Cameron.
Lovely finish by Luke Cameron. It'll be Queensland centre pass, 15 seconds to go.
Yep. Come on, Queensland need to...
As we're down to 10 seconds, they'll be looking to get this forward. Goal attacks come up high.
That's right. And
that's Williams.
Can score. You can score in a few seconds. Oh, dear.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
But nonetheless, that quarter has come to 23-27.
That's right.
It's still, I think South Australia broke away a little bit, got out by about 7 or 8 at one point.
And then Queensland came
and brought it back, Only 4 goals in it, and like we said, this is going to... Don't go anywhere.
If that ball from out of the court would just stay in its own game.
Please. I might actually go and talk to someone, see if we can just get about 10 people sitting across there so that they can hold off.
And they can get hit in the back of the head.
Exactly. Well, hopefully not. But 23-27, Southern Dragons leading the Queensland Suns in this 2022 AMMNA National Championship in round 8 We're here on the day 4 of the competition, and we're going into half-time now.
Thanking our weekly sponsor, Harrison's Kitchens. Looking for a new kitchen, a fresco kitchen, or a custom joinery item? Harrison's Kitchens and Cabinets are celebrating 20 years this year. 20 years of supplying and installing true custom joinery with you in mind. Kitchens and joinery. All budgets, many material options with many special rates for the South Australian netball community. Look them up on Facebook, Instagram, or search up www.harrisonkitchens.com.au.
Okay, that's half time. Everybody's reassessed the situation. We've got new defence in. We've got Ryan Freestone, and now we've got Corey Rob Gwynn in goal defence. I love him in goal defence. He is very unassuming. Gets a lot of ball, big long arms. Our wing defence, we've got Tim O'Rourke in wing defence, the fellow that got taken out before, and he's accidentally just
taken somebody else out. Oh, and it's Queensland ball.
And
nice high ball that's not picked off.
No. Oh, lucky. That was a risk, but it paid off. We need some.
didn't
Just
quite...
control now. We just need control on the Queensland camp. There's lots of movement happening in there.
Looking to refeed.
Yep. Besides...
Looked like they had them pretty much covered.
That's right.
But lovely feed inside.
A goal.
And that'll be Gennaro. It's very nice to see another Italian name out here. My family's Italian myself, so I thought I was the only one. But it's nice to see another Gennaro, paesano, if I say so myself. Sorry,
Yeah.
just had to put that out.
Yeah. Should that score be 27-25?
It
or was it?
No, it was.
It was 23?
Yeah, it was 23. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Maybe that score is fast.
Way too quick for us.
And
Taking it up to 2. Well,
yes.
27-20. They are very
Only
quick, these scores here.
Yes, 2 the difference now. It's a really tightly contested game. Every single player's man on.
And
Got their opponent covered, and Umpy's moving around with the ball, so that's great. That's what she needs to be able to see through and see everything, not just get caught in one spot, which is what she's doing.
lovely
And
take.
Corey came up.
Have they
with the
called that
ball.
back? Yeah, they have called that back, thankfully.
Oh, no?
Oh, no.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe she called possession.
Ah, possession. Okay, yeah. Yes,
But
sorry, she did say possession.
Yeah, I do feel that. Anyway, we won't go there. Okay, Queensland with possession again. Really nice,
Good
fast,
feed in,
big
lovely feed in.
bomb.
He's quite a tall boy, but he's
Yes.
very agile, Damo.
Yes, he is.
And New being put on into the wing defence position for South Australia with the ball right now. Passing to Jared Bembol-Aegis is the president of AMMNA, Steve McInnes. So, Steve, if you're watching this back, welcome to the game. Thanks for getting me involved in this commentary team. It's lots of fun as well.
We were talking in the break about how all the guys here, some of them are from AFL, a few from basketball.
Yeah.
And so on. So, it's a unique game because once they master the skill, then the strategy comes in.
Exactly.
Then the actual technique of the game, and it's awesome.
It's so Tyson Gary, I know, grew up in contact on Damo Gennaro. Tyson Gary grew up in Tumby Bay in South Australia, which is about 8 hours from Adelaide.
Wow.
Grew up playing country footy with his brothers. And I think spent a lot of time around his mum, who played netball out in Tumby Bay, if I remember correctly. I should know this. I'm very good friends with Tyson. I did live with him for a year or two, so he'd be angry at me if I get this wrong. But his mum, Michelle, played netball out in Tumby Bay. And, he grew up watching it, played footy, and then got dragged along. And now here he is playing for South Australia.
Our president for Queensland Suns is the same. His
Yeah.
mum's very, very involved in netball. He's done a lot, played, coached, run, groups, umpires, and his sisters did too. So poor guy has no hope.
Even if he didn't want to.
That's right. It's just lucky that he ended up being outstanding too.
Damo Gennaro, scoring again, bringing it 27-29. Only 2 goals in this.
Still.
They've chewed the lead down to 2, Queensland.
That's right. And now they're putting on a good area defence.
Not a
trying
whole...
to take up all that space.
Yeah, not a whole lot of second phases from the South Australian centre and wing attack in Tyson Gary and Jared Bembol-Aegis, respectively. Alec Davis, another one of the people who's come from our aged... I played with him in the under-23s team. He has a basketball background and has played... well, this is his first nationals, but yeah, grew up playing basketball and came out to playing netball, I think, 2 years ago.
Well, Damo, our goal shooter for Queensland Suns, just started playing netball because his girlfriend did.
There you go.
And, just
and now
socially.
Here he is. Yeah.
And then he played M-League with us up in Queensland. We have a men's Premier League, basically.
Good touch.
And came along, and people were like, why didn't you try for Queensland Suns?
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't be good enough. Look at him.
And look at him.
Great.
Well, hang on, isn't he in the... Yeah, he's the vice captain.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So Steve McInnes taking that one, finding Jared Bembol-Aegis.
Great.
Looking for a pocket pass, covered. Yeah.
There by Ryan Freestone. Wow, he was working that goal shooter really hard. And when you're a defender, you want to be ball side. So he was shutting off the front feet. Then the ball swung, so he turned around and he shut off the side
fast feet.
Yep. Oh, that was excellent movement there. And that's what he does well.
Yeah.
It's that pressure on that feed in, and that's how he gets the ball.
Yeah. And lovely feed.
Yep.
Damo Gennaro looking to finish. Looked like he got blocked out, but the ball bounced in his favour again.
Yes. And, yep.
Is that Luke Cameron?
Yep, Luke Cameron finished that one off.
So still 2 goals in this. South Australia centre pass.
Yep. So, again, hands up everywhere. And Queensland are not backing off.
No, getting stuck in that channel there.
They are really focused today. I'm really proud of the guys. They're on a mission. Oh, bad luck.
And
That
like you
was
said,
a great 3 feet.
it was a good 3 feet. Just on the second jump, he got caught.
Yes.
But is there 9 teams from Queensland that have been brought over here to South Australia for this tournament?
9 teams.
9 teams.
That's right. So we've got 2 17s, one basically Southeast Queensland and the other one regional.
Wow.
A 20s regional and 2 23s, one Southeast Queensland-ish, and the other one is regional. Our regional team started off as just development clinics by our beloved Thomas O'Reilly.
Yes.
And there was so much interest. Queensland scores again. There was so much interest that they wanted to compete because we had enough for teams. Let's give them a chance. Unfortunately, devastatingly, we lost Thomas 5 weeks ago, and the boys, we're going and we're going to do everything
we have to do it for
can
Thomas.
in Thomas's memory. Thomas played, coached, he developed players. He would help anybody, and we really miss him.
Yeah, someone like that is just so priceless, especially to men's netball, who's so committed to. It's such a tight knit community as well.
That's right, and that's I'm not sure. You can't see it in these bits, but all the teams have. And Thomas was Indigenous.
Yes.
He did a lot of work with Indigenous athletes as well.
Yep.
Queensland have just lost the ball. I think it was replay maybe. And South Australia are now in possession, and there's 3 goals of difference with South Australia in front. It's very tough. Everybody is working hard in this game. So yeah, as I was saying, each Queensland team has a set of Indigenous bibs.
Okay, yes.
That are his family print from the area in Queensland near Mount Isa from his
Now,
family.
Isa's and that's quite a small town as well, isn't it?
Oh yeah, and it's a long way away.
And a long way away, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
People don't realise that, the size of Queensland, if I fly to Townsville to visit my sister, it's the same as flying to Melbourne.
Jeez.
Look, it's a long, long way away. That's only Townsville. There's a lot more above it too.
But
okay,
having someone like Thomas around, and that is such a big loss in the net, not just for Queensland netball, but in men's netball in Australia in general. That's
even the future.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some of these boys, he's developed and coached, and some of the men he has worked with as well from when they were younger. He was an amazing man.
A tremendous loss for, like I said, not just Queensland netball, but Australian netball, Australian men's netball, and netball in general.
Netball in general,
yeah,
that's right.
Absolutely.
So
and that's so hard coming into the tournament, having that on their mind as well.
That emotional connection. But like we said, win, lose or draw, Thomas would want us to just be doing our best.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly right. And I think they're doing that so far.
Yes.
We're speaking respectively to this Queensland reserves team.
Yep.
As it's just a dogfight. It's goal for goal. There's no really little passages that a team's getting away from them, and
that's right.
Even if there is, they're weathering the team that's on the back foot, or weathering the storm. They're coming back at it. Yep. South Australia 36-31, so it's out to 5 goals at the moment.
But they know they can't rest on their laurels. Queensland are just so dogged in this game, which is great to see. Their fire and their passion is back, and they're going to keep working right to that last second. Okay, so Damo knew that he wasn't in a good spot, so he fed back out. He reset
Lovely
that
feed.
circle. And let's see, yep, he finishes that one off.
Now, I've played on Matt Spur before, who's the goalkeeper for South Australia, and he's a very tall man. He jumps very high, so I haven't stood next to Damo Gennaro at all, but just looking at Matt Spur next to him, I know that that's a very heated physical contest.
Yeah, and same height.
And a really good battle so far. I've really liked the look of it. There's really good matchups all the way up and down the court, and there's a few that are changing throughout the game with, like we said, the rolling subs being the first thing happening in this competition, in this 2022 AMMNA National Championships.
I'd also would not like to be the umpires trying to pick the 3-2-1s.
No.
Because every player is really playing very hard.
Yeah.
So Corey gives his luck a try doing the behind defence, and they end up with the ball eventually after a few.
Corey with a lovely rebound.
Yep.
Looking a bit stuck on the baseline here. Good press by South Australia.
Yes,
Could have been replayed.
Great patience from
Lovely.
Oh, beautiful play. Oh, and it looks like Zach
There's that
Dunphy's
contest.
back on.
Zach Dunphy is back on.
He is back on, and Luke Cameron there just turned and flicked. Probably didn't even realise it was Zach he was feeding.
Zach Dunphy not finishing on the first one. Good follow.
Yep, he's just
And he'll take that and lay it in.
Yep, to get his space there. I see Caleb Meredith has come back into wing defence for Queensland. He is an amazing wing defence. Actually, he can actually even shoot and do everything on the court.
And I think that was
Yeah,
just
I
a
don't know
little
what happened there. We missed that.
bit of passion. I like seeing the passion coming from the Queensland Suns. I think the umpire was just saying maybe, I'm not sure if it was the supporters actually.
Probably
Not-
like the talk.
Nonetheless. I digress. Zach Dunphy under the goals.
Great reject. Oh my God, that's awesome. And
Wow.